going on, guys? Double Gaming here, and this is another upgrades video for NBA 2K17. I know I said I'd do this every 2 weeks, but there's a lot. 2K16 is pretty much dead, and these are the videos that people seem to want to see. And I will be doing a downgrades video tomorrow. I know I said I'd do one last week and I never got around to it, but I definitely will. So if this is your first time watching this, I know there was upgrades and downgrades and dynamic ratings last year, but I don't think they're going to exactly correlate to 2K17. In this video, I'm going to make my predictions for people's 2K17 ratings based on the season they had this year. First up is Michael Beasley, who's actually been a solid-ish NBA player. When he's actually played, he's been solid. I know he's had a lot of off-the-court trouble, but he has averaged 13 points a game for his career, and in 24 games in 2014-2015 he averaged 8.8 points a game, which isn't bad at all. But for some reason the NBA gave him a 67 overall in NBA 2K16, which doesn't really make that much sense. But anyway, he was always going to go up once he went to a team. And he went to the Houston Rockets for the last 20 games of the season and averaged 12.8 points per game, around what his career average is, 5 rebounds a game, and ended up giving him good minutes off the bench. He ended up going up to a 79 overall, and I think that's going to be the rating that he will beat at the start of next year. He's a relatively big name player and he had a good season, so I think that Michael Beasley is going to start 2K17 as a 79 overall silver. Next up we've got Sean Kilpatrick, who started off as a 62 overall free agent. He ended up going to the Brooklyn Nets, where he averaged over 10 points a game, over 13 points a game, which is mad, considering that he had hardly played in the NBA before that. So anyway, Sean Kilpatrick was a 62 overall, and he did extremely well at the Nets. His dynamic rating went up to 74 overall, which I don't think he's going to be rated that and have that big a jump, so I have a feeling he's going to be a 73 overall silver, which I think 2K are definitely going to be generous enough with him, because 73 overall silvers are pretty much useless, and I can't see him going, obviously I can't see him going up to a gold, and I can't really see him staying at a bronze. While this upgrade isn't really relevant, it just shows how lowly 2K can rate some players who they haven't seen play, and how the lower a player is, the higher potential they have to get better. Next up we've got Devin Booker, who as a rookie going into the league was a 72 overall. He pretty much in his rookie season cemented himself as one of the best 3-point shooters for the future. He shot relatively well last season at just under 35% from the field from 3, but to be honest, he's got the potential. He's got a really nice stroke. He did well in the 3-point contest. He's going to be a great shooter in future years. He averaged 14 points a game and his dynamic rating card went to a 79. I think because there's a little bit of hype about him, his NBA 2K17 card will be a 79 overall as well, exactly as his dynamic rating was. And Devin Booker has the potential to go up. He's got pretty much unlimited potential. Last season he was the only player in the NBA that was younger than me. He was pretty much a month younger than me, which is mad to think about it. But he's got unlimited potential. He's athletic, he can shoot, he's fast. While he didn't shoot great last season, the Phoenix Suns again are going to struggle. And they've got a young core, him, Dragan Bender, Bledsoe, so he's going to get a lot of touches, a lot of shots, and sky's the limit for Devin Booker. Next up we've got Kristaps Porzingis, the unicorn as Kevin Durant calls him, who started off as a 74 overall, which a lot of people thought was high, considering that he got booed on his draft day. Porzingis actually averaged 7.3 rebounds, nearly 2 blocks a game, and 14.3 points a game, and was second in Rookie of the Year to Karl Anthony Towns. Porzingis is a 7'3" player who's got 3-point range, can block shots, can get boards. He was what they expected him to be 5 years from now straight away. He only shot 33% from 3, which, to be honest, is a surprise considering he shot a lot lower at the start of the year. But his stroke is nice, he can shoot it consistently enough that when he gets used to the NBA, when he gets used to it, his shot, he could become a star. If he doesn't get injured, he's going to be a star, if not a superstar in this league. So I think that Kristaps Porzingis is going to go up to an 81 overall, which is the same as his moments card this year, but his stats obviously are going to be a little bit different. He's going to be an 81 overall, and he's going to be the most cheese player in NBA 2K16 MyTEAM. He's going to be one of those players that everyone needs to pick up, because his moment card is my favourite card this year, and I think that his gold or even a 79 rated silver, which he could easily be, is going to be the best card in NBA 2K17. Next up we've got DeMar DeRozan, who started off as an 83 overall. DeMar DeRozan was an all-star for the Toronto Raptors and averaged 23.5 points per game. While his stats weren't really that standout, he did lead the Raptors to the 2 seed in the East, and they nearly overtook the Cavs at the very end of the year. Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan were one of the best backcourts in the NBA, and for 2 games in the Eastern Conference Finals, and for a lot against my team, the Miami Heat, DeMar DeRozan absolutely torched us. He had a solid playoffs, even though he did only average 20.9 points per game. That was because there was a lot of games he was poor, but when DeMar DeRozan's good, he's almost unguardable. I think due to the season that he had, how he became clutch enough in postseason, and he was an all-star. I think he's going to go up to an 87 overall, and I have a feeling he's going to go and join the Los Angeles Lakers. I have a feeling that the Raptors have no chance, so he might as well go to the Lakers, play with Brandon Ingram, play with D'Angelo Russell, play with Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, the GOAT Roy Hibbert, and yeah, so I think he's going to be an 87 overall playing with the Lakers, and with that team they could push for an 8 seed in the West. I would not be surprised if they got it. So that's it for the video. These are 5 more players I think are going to be upgraded from NBA 2K16 to NBA 2K17. I'm going to be making another one of these next week and a downgrades video tomorrow. So there's a lot of players. Obviously there's players that are 100% going to go up. There's a lot of players that would obviously going to go from bronze to silver to gold, but they're going to be in a later video. There's definitely players I forgot, and I'm going to keep making these videos every week. So hopefully by 2K17 I can get 50 to 100 that I can predict, players that I can predict are going to get upgraded, so I have pretty much everyone covered. And there's going to be one of these videos out every week pretty much till NBA 2K17 comes out. So obviously, if you enjoy watching these videos, if you want me to make more of them, put it in the comments. And anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.